Nearly 500 students get the chance to come together over their love of music, and the organization they're a part of is hoping donors step up during the final hours of the Big Give. How the donations will help them reach even more young musicians.
And a pair of weekend events that are aimed at getting folks out on the street to run, walk, and bike. However, for drivers, that means there will be some roads you need to avoid. Traffic Authority Stephen Cavazos gives us a look at the closures this noon.
And we do have a hot weekend on the way. Plus, we've got a new tropical depression in the Caribbean. We'll let you know where it's headed coming up.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
San Antonio police say that a driver who was killed early this morning on a West Side highway appears to have been the one that caused the crash. Both that driver and a passenger died in what police are calling a wrong-way crash.
It shut down the westbound side of Highway 90 near General McMullen for hours. Katrina Weber spoke to a witness who says he knew instantly that no one in that car could survive.
This was a scene that the driver of an 18-wheeler told San Antonio police he saw coming and tried to prevent. In the end, though, they say he wasn't able to steer clear of the white sedan heading his way on westbound Highway 90 near General McMullen.
The car was coming with a one-way, so he hit the trailer and he spun around.
Roberto Solis wasn't able to divert his eyes both during and after the two vehicles collided. At just before 3 this morning, he was wrapping up things at home before heading to an appointment.
I was outside with the dog, taking the dog outside so he could do his thing.
Instead, it was Solis who had to do something, call 911 for help. Police confirmed what he told us, that the car driver was going the wrong way on the highway. Both the driver and passenger in the car, a 22-year-old man and 21-year-old woman, were killed. Solis told me he knew right away that this couldn't be good. He says right after that crash, everything went deadly silent.
They stayed there. So nothing else, they couldn't move or anything.
For hours, traffic investigators stayed there too, trying to piece together what happened and why. The westbound side of the highway, meanwhile, remained closed for most of the morning, leading to a big backup. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Near this noon, still no arrests after someone stabbed a man in his stomach on the northwest side. It happened at a homeless camp. It happened around 1 this morning on Loop 1604 near La Cantera Parkway in a wooded area behind a Quality Inn. Officers haven't said what may have led up to that stabbing, and police are still looking for the person responsible. And today, Mayor Ron Nirenberg is expected to take some kind of action after a heated confrontation between San Antonio City Council members. The tensions apparently grew out of a discussion on those CPS rebates for customers. Sources tell KSAT District 1 Councilman Mario Bravo confronted Councilwoman Ana Sandoval before his proposal to use the CPS revenue for climate-related projects failed, a confrontation that apparently left Sandoval in tears. Bravo admits he lost his temper and, quote, said things that he regrets, end quote.
The funds generated from the race to go directly toward brain cancer research and education. It is getting started tomorrow. As we had mentioned before, our former news director passed away from the disease. Since his passing, KSAT has made an effort to lace up our shoes every year and celebrate his life and bring awareness to those currently battling brain cancer. So far, nearly $2 million have been raised for Head for the Cure. Our team here at KSAT 12, Team Boyle, has already raised more than $100,000 of the total. We would like you to register as well, and we have all the information on our website, KSAT.com. You can use the code KSAT and get $5 off your registration. And even if you're not joining us on race day, it's a good idea to get to know the route, because there are going to be road closures tomorrow, and they're going to last for several hours. The Traffic Authority Stephen Cavazos reports that that's not the only weekend event, though, that's going to affect your traffic.
There are several events taking place in and around the Alamo City. A lot of stuff taking place downtown, so just make sure you know what you can expect if you plan to head in the area. Of course, we have this event. It's going to be the Head for the Cure 5K. It's a 9th annual event. And if we want to take a look at the runner's route, because that course will begin and finish at North St. Mary Street. That's near Providence Catholic High School. And hey, that's right by the KSAT studios. It will continue to Camden Street and West Jones Avenue. What runners will do then is turn left on Richmond Avenue and continue on on to North St. Mary Street. So just know what you can expect if you plan to head out there a little bit later. You may see some runners taking that course. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what was going to be taking place on Sunday's Ciclovia. Now this is a chance for a lot of folks to get out there and make use of some empty streets, but of course there will be some places for traffic to cross through. Jones Avenue and North Alamo Street, Avenue B and Brooklyn Avenue that is, and North St. Mary Street, Augusta Street and McCullough Avenue, and East Elmira Street and Lexington Avenue. Of course, that's just some of the information that we have here, but you can always grab those phones right now. Scan that QR code. It's going to take you directly to the KSAT traffic page. We have a list of all the closures taking place in and around the Alamo City, so again, plan the commute ahead of time.
It is never too early to start thinking about the holidays, especially when it comes to helping those in need have a very Merry Christmas. Starting Monday, the Salvation Army is accepting requests for appointments for its 2022 Angel Tree program. Registration starts online Monday and ends September 30th. All you have to do is go to salvationarmysatx.org. Appointments are given on a first-come, first-served basis. The goal of Angel Tree is to make sure children have a gift under the tree on Christmas morning. More than 7,000 local children are expected to qualify for this year's program. And there are still a few hours left for the Big Give. The 24-hour online fundraiser for local nonprofits has helped so many people in our area. One of those organizations taking part in the event is the Youth Orchestras of San Antonio, or YOSA. Since 2018, YOSA has been participating in the Big Give, raising money to support their programs. And Tiffany Wertjes explains how your donation could help the organization provide life-changing opportunities for children.
It was difficult to start off, but once I got it started, it was pretty fun.
12-year-old Braden Hager joined the Youth Orchestras of San Antonio, or YOSA, over a year ago.
One of my favorite things about YOSA is the YOSA Palooza, which is a huge concert at the end of the year where I get to play with kids my age.
Braden's sisters also joined the orchestra program, and now they play music together.
I'm in the orchestra below them, but I'm still playing with them a bit at our house, so it's really fun.
YOSA has nearly 500 students in its year-round orchestra program and serves hundreds more annually through all of their programming.
We have a summer camp every year that reaches hundreds more kids to introduce them from elementary school kids having their first musical experiences through the best mariachi musicians and orchestra musicians and band musicians in the city.
Music director Troy Peters says money raised from the Big Give will support the organization and music programs for young musicians.
So our donors make it possible for us to award financial aid so that anybody who wants to be involved can afford this program. And they also just underwrite all of the costs. Although there is tuition for our families, we try to keep it as modest as possible so that these kids can play at the Tobin Center and travel all over the world and have all kinds of great musical experiences.
And I can hear the Hager siblings playing all morning, but if you want to learn more on how to help this organization or others for the Big Give, you have until 6 p.m. tonight. All the details are on KSAT.com. We'll send it back to you guys.
Oh, what a beautiful sound. And you can see they have passed $3 million in this year's Big Give, and we still have several hours to go. It's awesome stuff.
Still ahead on the news at noon, Hurricane Fiona. That powerful storm has now hit the island of Bermuda. What communities in its path are having to deal with right now.
And a history-making night for Sotomayor High School. Lara Ramirez with the big first coming up in sports.
A local woman's new business is blooming. How flowers helped her find her passion and helped her heal from the loss of her son.
Healing through floral arrangements is how a San Antonio florist has been able to find peace after losing her 5-month-old back in 2015. Shortly after her son died, she also began to help other grieving families who've lost children, which resulted in her starting a nonprofit. Sarah Acosta spoke with Jessica Craven. She recently opened her own flower shop, Craven's Touch. They talked about her journey to heal and help others.
If you don't have no hope, you have no peace. You just die in your grief.
It was a dark place that Jessica Craven realized she didn't want to be in anymore after her son Benjamin died in 2015 when he was just 5 months old. His unexpected death left Jessica hopeless until she realized she wanted to help other families who were also grieving the loss of their children. Jessica and her husband started the nonprofit Benjamin's Right Hand. They would show up to funerals to be there for families, hold memorial services, and eventually were funded by Kim Rapier's foundation to donate burial plots.
I would show up to the funeral, hand them pins, keepsake gifts, and I noticed that a lot of families that were in need didn't have money for flowers.
She met a florist named Josie Soto, who helped their nonprofit with funeral floral arrangements. Josie teaching Jessica during that time how to make arrangements.
As soon as she started teaching me, I wanted to know more, and I found joy in it. I found peace. It was like meditation for me, or just very peaceful.
Jessica realized she had not only found her passion, but healing as well, which led her to opening a flower and gift shop, Craven's Touch, this year.
Watching mothers bury their children over and over and over again, I've helped over 500 children. So it was time for me to find something that, brought me joy, peace, love, hope.
Taking her skills from Craven's Touch, she made and donated 21 angel wings to the Uvalde victim families through Benjamin's Right Hand. She wants other grieving families to know not to give up and that it is possible to find a way to heal, like she did through flowers.
The pain never goes away, but you learn to smile again. You learn to laugh again. You learn to move forward. For the people that you love here, you also learn to have hope.
Sarah Acosta, KSAT 12 News.
Beautiful story. Looking outside, not such a great story today because we're going to be kissing 100 again.
Ooh.
It's not a relationship we like.
I know.
We're not gracious recipients of that kiss.
No, I agree. 92 so far today. So this just gives you an idea of where we are and how hot we'll get this afternoon. I mean, we're above where we were yesterday at this time, just to give you some perspective. The aquifer is down a tenth of a foot, 632.6. In your pollen count, everything's low. So good looking Friday pollen count. We're going to talk about the heat, the weekend, of course. Next week's looking pretty good. We've got some good news there, and the latest in the Caribbean. That's all coming up.
We want to bring you the latest on Hurricane Fiona. It's barreling up the Atlantic Ocean, tearing past Bermuda overnight, and now it's headed to Canada. That storm has been downgraded, though, from a Category 4 down to a Category 3. But as ABC's Rita Roy reports, it's still powerful, and it's bringing high winds and torrential rain along with it.
Hurricane Fiona slamming Bermuda overnight with winds up to 130 miles per hour prior to making landfall. 4 inches of rain expected to come down.
My storm shutters.
Our Rob Marciano on the ground there.
Hurricane Fiona has been slamming Bermuda since about midnight, and we are in the southeast quadrant of this storm, which is the strongest quadrant.
70% of the island now without electricity, and that number will likely go up.
I have lots of water, snacks, canned meat, mostly non-perishables I purchased for the storm.
The president of the power company there telling ABC they are prepared, but no crews will be sent out until the storm has passed. So it could be some time before power is restored. In Puerto Rico, about 900,000 people still in the dark after Hurricane Fiona barreled through. Officials unable to say when their electricity will be back. Rafael Ramos saying his house was flooded and that the back end had collapsed. He says he lost everything. President Biden vowing to help, announcing the federal government will cover 100% of cleanup costs in Puerto Rico for the next month. The president says hundreds of FEMA officials are already on the ground.
We'll be with the folks of Puerto Rico now, and until this is done, until we recover.
Fiona is now responsible for at least 8 deaths after pummeling the Caribbean over the last several days. As the storm continues to swell, it is expected to hit eastern Canada as early as tonight. Rita Roy, ABC News, New York.
Amazing how quiet the summer was, and all of a sudden, Bam.
Well, we usually count on that to happen here to bring a little moisture our way.
Nope.
Not yet.
No, but it's not in our future. Although I'll tell you, Canada, with that storm Fiona, is really going to take it on the chin later tonight into the weekend. Some really strong winds there that could do a lot of damage there in parts of Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. And then we're watching some new development, as we said, in the Caribbean. Before we get to that, we have to talk about our heat here because it's a little on the dangerous side considering where we are this time of year. You got to make sure you still limit your time outside. 98 degrees. The forecast night today, 97 in Elmendorf. A lot of places will be in the 90s this afternoon. In fact, everyone will be in the 90s this afternoon. Well above average. Now, we're probably not going to get to 100, so we're not going to be setting that record that we've talked about so much. I think this was our last chance. So it looks like we finish just one day behind 2009 for most 100-degree days. Never say never, but I think at this point, we're kind of past getting triple digits, and we're all okay with that. We do have some cloud cover out there at this time, 92 degrees. Dew point is at 62. That number's falling, so there's not really a feels like temperature. We don't have a heat index today. Easterly winds at about 6 miles per hour, and you can see some of those clouds that have developed here around central Texas and around the San Antonio area. It'll be partly cloudy, I think, for a while, and then we'll probably see mostly sunny skies this afternoon. 86 Bernie Stage, 91 Boulevardy, 94 New Braunfels, 91 Seguin, 94 right now in Gonzales. And the dew points really aren't that bad. We've got low 60s, so that puts us in the muggy territory, but I think we probably see those dew points fall into the 50s, and so it'll be in the pleasant category later this afternoon. The humidity will be. Temperature's not so much, as we showed you. It's going to be well into the 90s. So for folks heading out to those football games tonight, find the shady side of the stadium. You'll want to. 94 degrees at kickoff. Sunsets at 7:29, but even at halftime, we're talking 88 degrees. And as we look forward in time, certainly no rain today. We will see some of those clouds this afternoon. But as we get into tomorrow, a little bit more moisture in place. And that could be just enough to get a shower or two going by the afternoon. This model shows a couple, mostly south and east of San Antonio. It's a 10% chance of rain. There's not a lot there. And Saturday, we know is going to be a fairly humid day. Humidity does return. That'll be the case on Sunday, too. But as we head into next week, frontal battery sinks in. This doesn't cool us off a whole lot, but it does pull in that drier air. And so by Monday afternoon, you'll feel it. And by Tuesday morning, you'll really feel it with some great temperatures thanks to that dry air. We mentioned what's going on here in the Caribbean. There is tropical depression number 9. Winds are at 35 miles per hour, gusting to 45. This system probably turns into a hurricane by Monday, affecting the Cayman Islands. Then from there, it looks like this will affect Florida. You see the cone here, so the whole state of Florida is still pretty much under the gun until we can refine this forecast a little bit more. But we think that this could be a Category 3 major hurricane when it makes landfall there in Florida. So preparation is likely underway, but I should note that there will be no effects here in Texas. The extended forecast, 95 Saturday, 95 Sunday, 96 Monday. Just a very, very small chance for shower on Monday, too, with that frontal boundary. Otherwise, the big story next week, low humidity, highs in the low 90s, but morning lows 63 Wednesday and Thursday morning. Now that sounds nice.
Ooh, that's going to feel good. Thank you.
Yep.
So Justin is counting on fans to be friendly to one another, and those sitting on the shady side of the stadium, you welcome all the competition.
Yeah, come on over, guys.
Come on over, even if you're rooting for the other team. Yes, yeah, that works out tonight.
Yeah, I'll be looking for some shade as well. But once the sun sets, then it's all good, right? I mean, what's a little sun? Come on. Hey, so last night, Smithson Valley and New Braunfels Canyon squared off in a big District 12 5A1 showdown. Plus, tonight, we're going to go road tripping to Charlotte to hang out with the Trojans coming up. UTSA football head coach Jeff Traylor was on the recruiting trail last night in Smithson Valley to watch the Rangers and New Braunfels Canyon Cougars. Rangers are leading 21-0 in the second quarter when we arrived, but the scoring wasn't over. Quarterback Chase Sinalik fakes the handoff, fakes the reverse, and then fires deep to a wide-open TJ Hunt. 56-yard touchdown makes it 28-0 Rangers. The final from Smithson Valley, 35-0 Rangers. They improved to 4-1 overall and 2-0 in District 12 5A1. The New Braunfels Unicorns face Brenham at Unicorn Stadium. First quarter, Unicorns go play action pass. Leighton Adams going deep to Lance Beagley, who makes a great leaping grab over the defender down to the Brenham 12-yard line. Moments later, it's Adams to Beagley again, this time for a 6-yard score, 7-0 New Braunfels. Unicorns win it 40-20, improving to 3-2 this season. They'll open district play next week. When the Madison Mavericks met the Brandeis Broncos at Ferris Stadium, they knew they had their work cut out for them. Broncos hit control early. Quarterback J.C. Evans is back, and he finds Rafe Clendenin down the seam for a 17-yard touchdown. That would be the first of many. The final from Ferris, Brandeis takes it 50-27. So Brandeis is 4-1 overall and a perfect 3-0 in District 28 6A. The Sotomayor Wildcats and Holmes Huskies squared off at the Gus last night. Wildcats head coach Juan Morales facing his old squad. Fourth quarter, less than 30 seconds ago, tied at 8. Handoff goes to Trey Dorsey. He slips through a tackle, stays on his feet, and scores the game-winning touchdown with 15 seconds to go. The first-year Wildcats earned their first win in program history, 14-8, improving to 1-3 overall and 1-1 in district play. Brackenridge playing number 11 Harlandale Alamo Stadium. First quarter, Indians Jacob Saucedo pump fakes, then throws deep to Pedro Valenzuela for a sweet catch down to the 17-yard line. Harlandale leads 7-0 after that. After an Eagles 3-and-out, the Indians strike again. This time, Saucedo rolls out and lobs it up for Joseph Esparza for the 35-yard score that makes it 14-0 Indians. Let's head to the BGC scoreboard for that final and more. Harlandale goes on to win it 55-43. Bernie Champion falls 29-34, and Wagner in a shutout 42-0. All right, time to move on to the BGC road trip now, where tonight we're going to start in Charlotte, where the Trojans are a perfect 4-0 right out of the gate, led by first-year head coach Ben Jacobs. The Trojans are getting ready to face 4-0 Sabinal, the district opener for both sides. For more conditioning this season to coach's old-school mentality, the Trojans are all in.
Oh, well, that's real good because most people they don't listen to regularly just being told what to do. So when you get on them, that's what makes them go.
Last year we didn't do too much conditioning. We were very out of shape. This year we've been lasting long all the way, all 4 quarters we've been going.
Road trip tonight will take us to Charlotte, Jordanton, and Poteet to end the night.
You think those kids were pumped up when they saw Jeff Traylor standing on the sidelines last night?
Oh, I'm sure that was pretty cool indeed.
Man.
Yeah.
Sweet stuff there. Thanks, Larry.
A surge in migrants in El Paso leading Border Patrol to make some changes. How a new setup is going to help with overcrowding at El Paso's Central Processing Center.
U.S. Border Patrol having trouble keeping up with the number of migrants crossing into the U.S. seeking asylum. In El Paso, agents have opened a temporary site to expedite the process. As CNN's Brianna Perez reports, it doesn't mean people aren't being vetted, though.
I think that today we are looking at all sorts of ways that we can be more efficient and more effective in our processing of migrants coming across this border.
Several groups of migrants make their way to the new temporary outside processing site.
They started staging right underneath this bridge. Right here behind you is a railroad track where the train is still very active.
That concerned El Paso Border Patrol Chief Gloria Chavez, who saw this area as an opportunity to expedite the processing of migrants.
I didn't want people sitting here under this bridge too long. I wanted to make sure that we were as efficient as possible.
With an average of 1,500 border encounters a day, last week the department created the site equipped with medical care and air-conditioned processing pods. Chavez says this will help with overcrowding at their central processing center and help get migrants to their final destinations quicker. Still, she says every migrant is thoroughly vetted during the process.
We want to know who and what is entering this country. We are going to register that individual. We're going to get their biographical data. We're going to get their photos, and we're going to get their fingerprints, and we're going to load them up into all the national systems that we have in place in this country so that we will always track and know who these individuals are.
For many migrants, this begins their journey into the U.S. After we interviewed the chief, right behind her, a family of 3 hugged and cried after their long journey onto U.S. soil was finally over. But now a new journey begins. From here, they will be sent to a holding facility and later sent on a different pathway, like to non-governmental organizations where they will make other travel arrangements. As migrants continue to make their way, Chavez says regardless of the surge, border security remains top of mind.
Every day, all day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Our Border Patrol agents are on the front line protecting this country, and they're encountering people crossing at every minute, every hour.
That was CNN's Brianna Perez reporting. By the way, Chavez is leaving the department in a couple of weeks, and she says her replacement has not yet been chosen.
Nearly $1.5 billion now earmarked to fight the country's drug problem. The White House says these grants are going to be used to fund prevention, treatment, recovery, and harm reduction services. Just over $100 million is earmarked to expand services in rural communities. Officials say that the U.S. has seen 108,000 fatal drug overdoses over the past 12 months. That breaks down to one death every 5 minutes. 3 former airline employees are facing charges for a money-making scheme. According to the indictment, the suspects would entice travelers to look for less expensive flights and then change the reservations to more pricier tickets without adding the airline's change fee. Authorities say the travel agents then charged the customers a commission, and they kept the money. Officials say that these fraudulent acts took place between December 2017 and August 2018. The cost to the airline around $240,000 in fees. The indictment, though, doesn't name the airline. I'm not sure why we're showing video of Spirit Airlines here. The government says only the 3 people have been charged and that they work for a major U.S. airline headquartered in Florida.
Outside with Live Cam, the good news is next week morning lows are going to be lower than normal. The bad news is we have to endure this weekend.
Ooh. Yeah, the temperatures will be hot this weekend, but we've also got to add some humidity to that. So this weekend's going to be a little sticky.
We need that too.
Sorry to say. But as we look across the country right now, it gives you an idea of kind of where we stand. San Antonio, one of the hottest places in the country right now. 92. Miami is also at 92. But look at the cool stuff up north. There is some cool air that is trying to push south. We'll feel some of that, mostly in the form of just drier air as we get into next week. But it is 60 right now in Omaha, 61 St. Louis, 59 in Cleveland, 65 in Boise, but most of Texas still very toasty. Heading out to the Head for Cure tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow morning running. It's near the station here, of course, for a great cause. But tomorrow morning, patchy morning clouds, 72. Not ideal running weather, as humidity does try to return a little bit tomorrow, but not horrible. 75 by 9 a.m., 86 by noontime. Hot and, yes, a little more humid. Here's the weekend forecast if you're planning out what you're going to be doing. 95 Saturday, just a very small chance of a shower tomorrow afternoon, and then mostly sunny on Sunday, and 95. As I said, a little more humidity to contend with. It all changes next week. Another look at that 7-day forecast here in just a few minutes.
A little excitement in his voice. You hear that? All changing next week. Former local college football star making some big noise in the pros. Larry Mears with that coming up in sports.
This weekend, some movies have some seasoned competition. A new trend has companies bringing classics back to the big screen. Why studios think some of the old favorites are going to draw in the big crowds.
Major movies making a comeback at the box office this weekend and this fall.
That's right. Movie studios are hoping that their former hits will be enough to lure in some big crowds. ABC's Chris Connolly takes a look at the trend.
This family is our fortress. As fans still pour over the tantalizing trailer for James Cameron's Avatar: The Way of Water, the groundbreaking, long-in-production sequel awaiting its worldwide debut in theaters this December 16th. I need your help. The movie that started it all, 2009's Avatar, making a heralded return to the big screen this weekend. Cameron eager to acquaint a new generation of moviegoers with its one-of-a-kind visuals.
See Avatar the way it was meant to be seen, on the big screen.
Crowned the all-time box office champ after its initial theatrical run, the 3D Avatar reaffirmed Cameron's unparalleled ability to marry imagination and a powerful story with cutting-edge technology on screen. As it primes the audience interest pump for Avatar: The Way of Water, Avatar's re-release is part of a movie mini-trend. Hits of the recent past returning to theaters, grabbing additional box office via the buzz that was.
Hello, Peter.
11 minutes of extra footage gave the 2021 blockbuster Spider-Man No Way Home a new lease on theatrical life earlier this month.
Well, you don't look like a bodyguard.
This is my disguise.
And November will give fans of The Bodyguard a chance to gather in celebration of its 30th anniversary. As fans await the December release, I Want to Dance with Somebody, director Casey Lemon's biopic of Whitney Houston. This weekend, meanwhile, Avatar offers that full-throttle opportunity to savor the world of the Na'vi, readying viewers for the further adventures of The Way of Water, the magic only movies can provide.
This is an era when people can feel secure and safe in coming back to the movies. And what they really want to show people is, hey, as a part of that, let's give you some old favorites. Let's give you some hits that you love and feel comfortable with.
I could give him a list. Stripes needs to come back.
You ever wonder if we just run out of ideas for movies and now we're just going to start recycling?
Well, you know, some of them are just, they can't be remade.
It's true. Classics are classics.
Yeah.
And you can't watch them many times. So.
What kind of training? Army training, sir.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Nice. 92 degrees so far today. 70 was the low this morning. Your averages are 88 and 68. So we're already above average as it is. The record is 99. That is in jeopardy today. That was set back in 1920. We may just get there. Nowhere near that record low of 49 set back in 1999. We take a look at the weekend forecast straight ahead.
I see you bring up Stripes. Now we're talking about old movies.
Now that's all we can talk about.
It's like, man, some of the classics.
Like the original Men in Black, I think, is also another classic.
Okay. That is a good one.
That's a good one.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them they can bring back that I think people would go to the theaters and see.
Yeah.
Probably going to be a bigger trend going forward.
Give us a giggle.
Yeah. And one trend that it really is picking up, the hurricane season. We knew it would at some point, but it was a little late, and now we're just seeing lots going on out there. So let's get right to it. First, we start with Fiona, which we spoke about earlier. It's still a Category 4 storm. This is going to race north, and yes, it will weaken, but this is going to cause a lot of problems for parts of Canada, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland. This will bring a lot of wind and heavy rain, could cause some damage there, and eventually this becomes extra tropical, but helps to create some snow north of that, if you can imagine. So this is a big-time storm. Meantime, we've got Tropical Storm Gaston, still really a non-issue. It's just kind of going in circles here. And then we've got a new tropical depression, number 10. This is just off the coast of Africa. This probably is not a big deal either. But the other issue, and this is a much bigger one, tropical depression number 9. This likely becomes Hermine, turning into a hurricane by Monday, and then by the middle part of next week, working its way up toward Florida. And this could be a major hurricane, which poses a lot of problems here for the state of Florida, especially the west coast. I think they're going to be keeping a very, very close watch on this. And there will be no implications for Texas, but just keep in mind, if you have plans to travel to Florida, know that this will be very problematic. We mentioned the next name would be Hermine, which is likely what tropical depression number 9 or 10 will get named. And you see the rest of the list there. So we're kind of catching up a little bit after what was a slow start to hurricane season. Outside, we've got partly cloudy skies, a little more cloud cover than we initially thought, but still temperatures have made their way up into the low 90s. 92 degrees right now, 91 Stinson, 91 Kelly, 92 over at Randolph. And there's just not much of a breeze, which makes it that much tougher to be outside. 94 in New Braunfels, 89 Kerrville, 90 in Hondo, 92 Pleasanton, 91 down there in Carrizo Springs, but low 90s for the most part here around Bexar County. And as we look at the KSAT 12-hour forecast, 97 at 3 o'clock, 98 4 p.m., 98 at 5 p.m., 96 at 6 p.m. So any dinner plans, know it is going to be really hot out there. And it only falls off into the 80s this evening, 83 at 11 o'clock, 80 at midnight. There's some of the cloud cover we're looking at. And so it has picked up around the area. Obviously no rain with any of these clouds, but it is going to be, looks like partly cloudy throughout the rest of the afternoon. And the computer model is picking up on some of those clouds there. As we get into tomorrow, more humidity starts to shove in here. The air gets a little thicker, and that may be just enough to kick off a shower or two. But this is going to be generally south and east of I-35. We have put in a 10% chance of rain for San Antonio, but don't get too excited about it. Don't think we're going to see much at all. Humidity, yes, will be there over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, you'll see a little bit more. But then dry air starts to come into parts of North Texas on Sunday along the frontal boundary. And this front sinks through the area on Monday. Dry air begins to filter in behind it. And so by Monday evening, it'll be much drier. And by Tuesday morning, you'll really notice it in the form of some cooler morning lows. Here's a look at the dew point trend. So dew points are in the 60s over the weekend. That's muggy, but by Monday it starts to become a little more pleasant, and by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got dew points in the 30s and 40s, and that is dry air. And this is what it does for us. 60s for lows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. In fact, lower 60s here in San Antonio. I should also point out there's a very small chance of a shower with the front on Monday. Otherwise, this is a dry forecast, and drought is really starting to build back in.
Ugh, we don't need to see that, please.
No. You know, your college program must be doing pretty good when you're putting kids in the pros who are making a name for themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Making pretty big plays week in and week out.
Yeah, and you're talking about Tariq Woolen, former UTSA Roadrunner. Now he's with the Seattle Seahawks, so we are talking about him coming up later in sports. We're also talking about current UTSA offensive lineman Frankie Martinez, who is now slotted as the starting right tackle due to injuries on the offensive line. And in the NFL, move over Odell Beckham. You now have some company thanks to the Steelers rookie coming up.
It means a lot. You know, it's something I've dreamed of. Just being able to be a part of this group and just getting some playing time. It's very special.
UTSA offensive lineman Frankie Martinez is going from a walk-on to the starting lineup in big board sports. Due to several injuries to the big guys up front, UTSA sophomore offensive lineman Frankie Martinez is getting some playing time. Roadrunners head coach Jeff Traylor is doing his best with 7 offensive linemen dealing with injuries, so you know that's no easy task. Martinez, a walk-on from East Central High School, is set to start at right tackle Saturday when the Roadrunners host Texas Southern, 2:30 p.m. at the Alamo Dome. He's 6'3", 290 pounds, and says his family is ready to watch him pancake a dude.
It's a big opportunity. It means a lot. You know, I'm going to take advantage of it. Just go out there and do what the coaches had me do all week. Oh, they're excited about it. You know, they always ask me, "Oh, when are you going to play? When are you going to play?" And you know, it's going to happen when it happens. So I'm playing now. So it's you know, they're happy about it.
Frankie played Saturday at UT, and he said he had a good time and that it was a good experience.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Steelers at the Browns last night to kick off Week 3 in the NFL. And here's your early catch of the season. Mitch Trubisky throws deep to George Pickens, and he makes a spectacular one-handed catch for a huge gain. Look at that again. That ball is placed where only he can catch it. Brings back the Odell Beckham snag from 2015. Beckham tweeted, "That catch is filthy." I mean, look at that angle. Freakish ability from the rookie. He gets the highlight, but the Browns take this AFC North contest 29-17. Seattle Seahawks rookie cornerback Tariq Woolen came off the edge Sunday to block a field goal attempt by the 49ers. That resulted in a touchdown for Seattle. According to NFC Next Gen Stats, Woolen recorded a peak speed of 22.03 miles per hour during the run back, the fastest top speed in the NFC West so far this season. Now here in town, he's called Reek the Freak, but in Seattle, one of his coaches dubbed him Avatar, and yesterday he talked about his nicknames.
It was Coach Hurt. He just made like a joke one day doing OTAs, and they were throwing the deep ball, and he was like, "Oh, well, luckily we got that big, long Avatar out there." And then it just, people start calling me that. I mean, I like Reek the Freak better. Everybody, you know, call me that from college, high school. They just call me Reek. So that's one thing that stick with me. But as long as they say Avatar, that's a good thing then, because it means they notice me and I'm doing something right.
Reek the Freak is definitely doing something right. So far this season, he has 4 total tackles, 1 pass defensed, and that blocked kick. In Texas League playoffs, the Rough Riders beat the Missions 5-2 last night to win that series while ending the Missions season.
Reek the Freak is fast.
He is super fast.
Freaky fast. Good.
All right, it's Freaky Friday over at SA Live. Sometimes it is, maybe not today.
Nothing freaky today.
Good.
Yes.
In fact, our Jen Tobias Strusky caught up with Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter Chris Perez, and we're going to tell you what is going on with him.
All right, it's one of those side dishes we all love. It is corn in a cup, and there is, believe it or not, a corn bar, Elotito's corn bar, and Jesus Arriaga is here. Why a corn bar?
We need choices. We are just used to the same old thing, and it's nothing wrong with it, but more choices we got, the better.
All right, sounds good. Hey, you got choices to go to get ice cream? Why not corn in a cup?
Yes. And Jennifer Brooks from 1228 is here. And if you love pumpkin pie, but maybe not the crust, you've got a solution.
That's right. We have pumpkin butter, so you can spread that on everything. It's so versatile. You get the flavor of the fall without the hassle of having to make the cake
And
or
you've
the
got
pie.
a great little recipe, right?
Yes.
Easy to do?
Super easy,
Don't mind if I
store-bought
do.
ingredients, 10 minutes, and you are good to go.
Oh, that's good. And to wash this down.
How about the perfect pick-me-up for fall? The
Okay.
folks from the drink tank are here, and we are going to be sampling their concoction.
I'm happy right now. A biscuit, pumpkin butter, and a nice little coffee drink. All right. Hey, Hollow Scream out there at SeaWorld is going on. We're going to preview that.
Yeah, we're going to preview that, and let us know if you want to go on a fall camping trip or head to the beach. Let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter.
Hello everyone, these are your top headlines from Cheddar News. Cancer deaths are falling faster than ever before. The American Association for Cancer Research's newest Cancer Progress Report found that between 2016 and 2019, cancer deaths dropped 2.3% each year. Now, declines in smoking and improvements in catching and treating cancer early are driving the change, that all according to the report. Meanwhile, NASA is sharing a stunning view of Neptune and its rings taken by the James Webb Telescope. And this is the clearest view of the planet in more than 30 years when Voyager 2 flew by it. The bright light in the upper middle of the image, that's not a star. NASA says it's Neptune's moon Triton, which reflects the average of 70% of the sunlight. And FedEx announced rate hikes and details of their cost-cutting efforts. The company says that express, ground, and home delivery rates all will increase by an average of 6.9%. FedEx freight rates will also increase by an average of 6.9 to 7.9%. And that's your Cheddar News Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
We are still at 92 degrees, 98 the forecast high today, close to a record. Thankfully, we have a little bit of cloud cover that's helping us out some with temperatures. 95 tomorrow, 95 Sunday. Very small chance of rain tomorrow, very small chance Monday. The bigger story is that low humidity next week. It'll feel better, I promise, by the middle part of next week.
I like the sound of that.
Have you ever heard of pumpkin butter before?
Never.
Today was the first time.
Yeah.
See? That's what you get with SA
There's
Live.
pumpkin everything these days.
Yeah. But an SA Live starts right
now.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Oh, hello and happy Friday. You know, it may be the last day of our fall kickoff week, but boy, are we going to be diving into some comfort food today. Good afternoon, I'm Fiona Gorstiza.
And I'm Mike Osterhage, and you know, with temperatures up to 99, at least the humidity will be dropping off a little bit. You know, it feels like it's beach season around here, not fall, great autumn weather.
Right? You know, so if you wanted to go to the beach one more time, you know,
Why
before, you know, it gets a little cooler, you absolutely could. So that's what we want to know. Would you rather go on a summer beach trip right now or a fall camping trip? Beach.
Camping.
I knew it.
But, and my wife would be like, beach, nope, beach.
Yes, see, Bonnie would go to the beach. Bonnie and I will go to the beach.
Matt and I will go camp. I don't know. Anyways, all
yes,
right.
and he'll bring his guitar and you can listen to all that.
There we go.
So let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll see those answers a little later in the show.
And we'll talk about them. We'll talk about it. Anyway, that's a whole different story. So, hey, it is Friday, and of course, are you looking for some maize? Get it? Maize, like maize and blue? I said that for Ted. Snacks for the weekend. You need to check out the Alamo City's first ever corn bar.
Yes. Jesus Arriaga, owner of Elotito's Corn Bar, is here to show us how they're taking corn in a cup to exciting new places. Where are they going?
Well, we're excited because we were able to showcase 11 different flavors to the city, and I think people aren't really familiar with that. So we love to expose new people to the flavors.
Corn in a cup is just that perfect side, no matter what you. I mean, it's so good. Everybody fights over it. You grab a spoon, stick it in there. Why a corn bar, though?
Oh, well, because there's exactly 14 places around our shop right now, and a lot of them are very similar in their corn. So I feel like people love corn. We love corn here in San Antonio. So why not give people choices and just have fun with it, and just add exactly what you like on there.
Okay, so when they walk in, how does it work? What do they get the cup, and you kind of give them hints and?
Well, we have a menu, and they can choose from the 11 flavors, or they can go the build the corn route. Okay. And they have the ingredients, they have the list of toppings, of dressings, and then they can add exactly what they want, or they can choose something that we already have.
And even though I was just told how to do this before we went on the air, I was going to dig in the corn first, but no, I like his style. Listen to this. Yes.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a little bit of nacho cheese. And nacho cheese is because people in San Antonio love cheese.
Yes.
And we all love cheese. So we're gonna add a little bit of nacho cheese, and then there you go.
I'll cheese you.
Thank you.
And then we have our Mexican crema. A lot of people want to know what's the difference between crema and sour cream. The crema is a little bit less sour, and it's more traditional in Mexico to have. You can put this on flautas or tacos. There you go.
And which
that
one
one's
am I
the
using?
chipotle crema right there. So people also have that option as well.
And why put the cheese and the crema in the bottom?
Well, because when you get to the bottom, you don't want to just have water or corn water or just corn. You want to be able to have the flavor throughout the entire cup.
Kind of like sometimes when you go to the movies and they only put butter on top of the popcorn, and then you get down to the bottom, it's dry.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the same process. So now you're gonna add a little bit of queso fresco.
No corn yet. I love
there you go. You can add as much as you want.
Oh, all right. One more spoonful. Okay.
And then you're gonna add your choice of either Valentina or maybe even the chili powder right there in the center.
Ooh, that looks
so that's a little bit spicy. It's
okay.
And then that's the chili powder.
Just a little of
Just
this?
a little bit if you like, yeah.
Oh, I love how. I mean, we haven't even touched the corn yet. This is quite a process. I love it.
So now you get to add your corn. You can add as much as you want. And a lot of people don't like the corn water. I like a little bit of it in there, just to kind of make it a little soupy. Yeah.
Because that's the thing is, this is something that's popular year-round, right? Not just in the winter, but still in the summer.
Yes, summer is where people kind of crave the agua fresca. They crave those tropical flavors. But then the corn, really, you crave it in the winter whenever it's cold.
Now, do we do everything we did on the bottom on the top?
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So you get to go as heavy as you want, or you can go as light as you want because you already put some at the bottom. Yes. So it's up to you at this point.
Wants more cheese?
A little more.
A little more corn.
Okay. Yep. A little more corn.
There we go. Here's your
and
cheese.
You guys are expanding, right?
We are. We're excited that we are actually joining the Government Hill area. We're going to be right next to some really good neighbors. We have Alegría Bakery next door, and also Folklor's Coffee Shop next door. So it's going to be a really good time being closer to the Pearl and being able to cater to those people on that side of town.
Okay. And there's a big difference, of course, in the flavor between white corn and yellow
yes,
corn,
a lot of people don't know that we actually do have white corn. White corn is what you see mostly in Mexico. That's what you get most over there. And then here in the States, we see more yellow corn. So we do have both of them available. And some people even like to mix the white and the yellow to kind of get a mixture of both.
That would be Mike, because he can never pick just one.
Well, but then you
real quickly before we go.
Dig down in and get all the goods.
Over there. Okay, you've got
agua frescas. I have a blackberry lemonade, and then I have a piña colada lemonade, and people love to mix those half and half as well.
Oh yeah, I definitely want half.
You doing a half and half?
Okay. It's like almost like an Arnold Palmer, but with agua fresca lemonades.
Okay, and where's your location? You said you're going to open up a new one. Where's the current location?
So current one is going to be in the Medeco District on Fredericksburg Road, 1933 Fredericksburg Road, right next to the Woolon Theater. And then the new one's going to be in, like I said, on Grayson and New Braunfels Street.
Take a little bit of something and spike that up too.
No, that's good. Okay. Well, don't forget, you can get 10% off. We've got a deal for you at Elotito's Corn Bar this weekend. When you mention you saw them right here on SA Live, that's 10% off. For more information, head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
All right. Well, he is a Grammy award-winning guitarist and songwriter.
Yes, and our Jen Tobias Drusky caught up with Chris Perez because he has some big things happening, including a new song that is a first of its kind.
Grammy award-winning guitarist, songwriter, and best-selling author Chris Perez is pushing ahead. The widower of late Tejano music icon Selena is stepping up to the mic as lead vocalist for the first time ever.
It's been a labor of love, you know, and then to be the lead vocalist on the track is for the first time is I'm excited about it. It took some growing for me because I'm not, you know, I'm known for guitar playing and like I do sing background vocals with my group, but this is the first time I'm actually singing the lead on it. So
Perez tells us it was a dream that sparked the inspiration for the new song, Pushing Ahead.
Well, the way the song happened was I was in New York and it just, believe it or not, I was having a dream and I was jamming with Justin Timberlake and it was this riff and I just woke up. I went to the other side of my place. I opened my voice memo and I just started recording what I had heard in my head and then that's it, went back to sleep. When I came back to Texas, I got with my boy Bobo in the studio and I was like, oh, check this out. And I showed him the voice note and then we came up with some ideas and I started writing it just because I didn't know who was gonna sing it. But then when I started tracking the vocal, it sounded pretty cool, you know what I mean? And I was like, all right, it took some little prodding by Bob, like, dude, you sound great, you know, tell me more, right? So then we went through that and then we recently just finished doing the video, which was a whole other thing. It's one thing to hear myself coming out of the speakers, but to see myself, you know, doing the going through the motions, I mean, that took some getting used to, but with the encouragement of like, you know, my friends and the band members and it's just been fun.
Now he's teamed up with comedian and actor George Lopez and Santana lead vocalist Arthur Vargas, signing on to their record label, Malas Palabras. Perez says he met George Lopez in Miami during the Latin Grammys in an elevator at their hotel.
And I was getting in the elevator, it's a real fancy hotel there in Miami where they put all the bands. And I was getting in the elevator and the door's about to close and I heard, hold the door, wait, hold. You know, I was like, ah. So I held the door and then walked George Lopez with his golf clubs, right? And he goes, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm good, how's it going? It was so surreal, but that was how we met and then we got to know each other on set of that award show.
And the song is meant to inspire?
The song was kind of, ended up being a message to myself about pushing ahead, you know, not quitting. Yes, there have been times in my life where seemingly things were happening, you know, and it might have seemed simple, but there's a different side to that, you know, and that's the message in this song is not to quit, to keep pushing ahead. So I'm proud of that too.
If you follow Perez on his Instagram or Facebook, you'll often see some throwback photos of Selena y Los Dinos and his late wife, Tejano superstar Selena. Her impact and memory is something that still brings Chris joy.
Look, every event I'm at, whether it's a meet and greet or it's a performance, there's more than a handful of people that are obviously Selena fans, and to be able to meet up with them and talk and hear what she still means to them, and you know, for me, it's like I stumble upon boxes of old memorabilia that I forget I have, you know, and so it's always, it's funny how things change as time has gone on, you know, because there was a time early mid 90s, late 90s to where coming across that kind of stuff was, you know, painful. And now I look at that stuff and it's like, look at what we've done, look at what she's done, look what she continues to do and what she represents. And so it's like a 180 turn, and I couldn't be prouder, to be honest.
Oh, you give me goosebumps. But that still inspires you, I would imagine, right? Your music?
Yeah. I mean, music has been so many things for me, you know, healing, just energy. It's what I love to do. And I'm a lucky guy that I get to do what I do.
We've had the chance to meet him. He's been on the show before. Just a nice guy.
So nice.
Yeah.
You know, and Perez also tells us there will be a Spanish version of that song and it will be released soon.
And when Jen asked him if he plans to sing another song soon, he said he's definitely taking baby steps. By the way, you can catch Chris Perez Band this October at the State Fair of Texas.
If you're a fan of his hot sauces, he also just released a barbecue sauce. It's available now on his website, and we have links on ours, SALive.com. Just click on the As Seen on SA Live tab or scan that QR code that you see there on your screen. Get ready for some frights! Yes, we are here at Howlo Scream at SeaWorld, and we are going to take you inside some of their newest attractions. All that and more. Get ready.
But first, pumpkin, apple, pecan, the trifecta of great flavors. We are in for all of them. How you can start making it feel like fall today with these easy autumn treats. That's next on SA Live.